Georgia Tinsley. Number 20, Saria Evans. And number 33, Ariana Parker. Wenonah is coached by Trellis Moore and assisted by Kenneth Lang and Patricia Highbrown. Your officials for this game are Dwayne Burks, Eric Stringer, and Terry Johnson.
And there you have it, your starting lineups and the officials that will call the basketball game today here at Pete Matthews Coliseum. It is day 7 of an 8-day stretch that is the Alabama High School Athletic Association Northeast Regionals. 6 tickets to the finals in Birmingham handed out yesterday. We'll hand out 4 more today, and the final 4 to join the final 4 tomorrow here at the Pete. But right now we're ready to go with a top 10 matchup of Birmingham area programs.
They've met one time during the regular season this year, and it was a close game with Ramsay winning by 2, 51-49, and what a game that was. And this one should be the same. Not a lot of fans here yet. It's slow arriving, as kind of expecting with the rainy weather that we've got, and hopefully this place will fill up here shortly. But these two teams ready to tip it off here. Wenonah's Parker and Ramsay's Wesley. There is the tip. It's tipped around again. Loose ball on the floor. And Wenonah with possession. And now we have a jump ball.
There's your first jump ball, Jason.
Yep.
Wenonah in the home whites with the gold numerals. Ramsay in the road blues with the white trim and white numbers.
Right. And it looks like the officials are meeting to see who had possession first. Wenonah had possession.
Oh, toss it again. Do something different.
Yep.
Toss it again.
Wenonah came up with the ball there on possession, and then the jump ball. So it will be Ramsay's basketball, and Wenonah will get it back once the next jump ball we have. Here's a long 3, well off the mark. Quick shot for Ramsay and May. Now here's a long pass down the floor to Parker, and getting back with the defense is Rowe as she swats that one out of the air. And I think it kind of shocked Parker. Parker standing 6'2", probably hadn't had too many people block her shot this year.
I wouldn't think so.
Wenonah getting in their first set. Here's a nice pass underneath in the bucket. That was Evans creating some space in there and getting free. And good pass inside for our first points. Here's Ramsay on the drive.
Got it. That'll be a hoop in the harm early this morning.
Dip-de-doo, how are you? Says Nia Wesley, the leading scorer for Ramsay this year. She had 21 in the game against Jacksonville last week. And she'll step to the line to shoot 2.
No, she had an and 1. She got the bucket.
Yeah, missed the free throw. And here comes Wenonah scooting up the floor in traffic and making a bucket that time. Samaria Franklin, one of the shorter players on the floor, and the guards from Wenonah really giving up some size to Ramsay.
But they are quick, and they both handle the basketball really well.
Here's a travel by Ramsay, number 10, Camelia Rowe.
You know, this game's got to mean a lot, Jason. Both of them Birmingham area programs, both of them highly ranked and thought of in the state.
Yep. Pass. Couldn't handle it.
You know, kids like this, they all know one another. They've all played in pickup games and, you know, travel
ball. League ball,
yeah.
travel ball. Too,
Some of them may be next door neighbors.
Could be.
So it means a lot to win this one.
Here's a drive. The shot, running shot, no good. Rogue will get the rebound, and she's fouled out front there by Samarian Franklin. That'll be the first team foul. No, the second team foul on Wenonah.
So sideline out for the Lady Rams. The Rams and the Dragons, Jason.
Yeah. Wesley with the drives comes up short on the layup. Franklin out top trying to create. Shot no good. And Rowe with the rebound. The good box out on Parker. Wesley gets it back to Green. Green back to Wesley. Wesley on the drive over Parker, and it's good. Anytime you can shoot it up over Parker, you're doing something. Parker 6'2" in the middle.
And
takes
has
up a lot of
size.
space.
Yep.
Yeah. Shot off the backboard. No good. Ramsay with the rebound. That shot missed by Evans.
Parker creates a lot of opportunities for Evans because Parker draws so much defense.
You're right. Here's Rowe on the drive around Parker. Good for two. Now I'm telling you, Jim, I watched Ramsay. They were out here 30 minutes prior to tip, and they were as focused as any team I've seen here. Talking, communicating during warm-ups. They're focused and ready as Rowe kind of didn't hustle to go get that ball, and it wound up hitting the sideline.
Well, and she didn't need to. That was the point. That was off the rim.
Got to be a little bit smarter than that.
Yep. Get your head in the game.
Franklin, Tinsley. Tinsley on the drive, handed it off. Almost traveled with it. Franklin with a three, and she nails it.
Pull some string.
Wow. That'll wake the crowd up here a little bit. Wenonah with a 1-point lead. These teams going back and forth. Inside. Shot off the glass by Wesley. No good, but Rowe will get the rebound to put back, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Rowe very active early in this game for Ramsay.
Who was the foul on?
Foul, I believe, is on Green. That'll be her first. And Wenonah's third. Rowe's free throw a little bit too strong.
Our first of 4 games today here at the Pete.
Brianna Williams will check in for Ramsay. And Quinette Cooper will check in for Wenonah as Rowe will attempt her second free throw. Looking to tie, and she does. She's got 3 of Ramsay's 7 points so far. Franklin double teamed to half court and not needing the foul there, Jim, was 21 there. May, they had her trapped.
Yep.
They had her trapped.
Her only salvation was going to be a timeout.
Yep. Or get fouled, and she did, and not a wise decision there. Not good discipline. And we'll see if they come out with that trap anymore. Here's a long three-pointer on the way. No good. And leaping high to get the rebound was Wesley. She'll push it up the floor. Going to the right side now. Back to the middle. Davis over to Rowe on the left wing. Trinity Wells guarding Rowe. Inside to Wesley. Wesley out. Three-pointer on the way. Rims out, no good. Rowe's there with the rebound. Off the glass is good. Rowe with her 5th point.
Offensive putback for the Rams.
Trying to trap in the backcourt. Franklin, she gets it back as she tossed it over to Green.
Smart defense by Ramsay, Jason. It doesn't necessarily produce turnovers, but it changes the way your offense works.
And that kind of forced that long three-pointer right there by Franklin. Didn't really need to take that. And she's well outside the three-point line. Davis on the drive. The running jumper is good.
Ramsay stretches the lead to 4.
Our largest lead so far. Wills out front to Franklin. Franklin back to Wills. She's open for the 3. They're going to let her shoot out there. She misses that one. Davis with the rebound.
You know Parker's on the bench.
Williams to Rowe. Now Rowe finds the seam around Wenonah, and Wenonah wanting a timeout. Be a 30-second timeout. Nobody moving on defense there for Wenonah. Evans kind of just stood there and let her go around without even trying to attempt to defend her. And Coach very upset there, Coach Moore.
The winner of this one, of course, goes to the BJCC and plays in the state semifinals next week.
Next Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and they will play Marbury.
Marbury.
Yep, Marbury.
Oh, Marbury.
Marbury. They evidently haven't been there too much. We don't know how to pronounce their name. Oh, man. Good luck to them as they'll face the winner of this game. Right now, Ramsay in control. Wenonah after the timeout looking to make a pass inside to Franklin. Just a pass she couldn't handle, Jim. And you got to, she tried to make the pass well outside the three-point line. She was in the block. Got to be able to get in your post.
And what did we get here? Travel?
Yep, travel by Wesley. Checking into the game, number 5, Tinsley from Wenonah back in. Wenonah will have it on the sideline. Light pressure by Ramsay right now. Up the floor. Driving layup is good. That was Tinsley who just come back into the game.
And I kind of wonder why Parker's on the bench.
She's out there.
Yeah, there she is. They put her back in.
Yep.
They rest her about once a quarter, I noticed.
Yeah.
So she's had her little breather for the first, and they got her back in there kind of trying to guard the lane.
Williams and Ramsay being patient on this possession. Looking inside a Rowe. Rowe, double team, gets it back out. Here's May. Back around to Wesley. Wesley to Rowe. Williams out top.
Got that 2-3 zone packed in there, Jason. Darren Ramsay to shoot it.
Wesley on the drive, up over Parker, no good. And a good box out there, but Rowe takes it from her. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good. Second chance points. And Davis makes them pay with the 3. Franklin out top, looking to drive. She does. Dishes inside to Parker, and it's good for 2.
Franklin creating with the penetration. We're inside 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. This one's been fast.
Rowe looking to get inside and work against Parker, back outside to Williams. Williams into Wesley now. Wesley looking to go around Parker, and she does, and layup is good.
Parker's got to do a better job moving her feet.
Yep.
And cutting off that penetration.
Ramsay is pulling Parker up high, Jim. And that's allowing.
Oh, threw it away.
Yep.
Turnover with 9.2 left. Ramsay with a chance to extend this 18-11 lead.
Down to 7 seconds. Up the floor to Davis. To Wesley now. Wesley. Parker blocks it. Ball goes out of bounds, and that'll be
the end of the
first quarter. Yes, sir. Your score 18-11. We'll be back for second quarter action here on NFHS Network. Not like they, played a bunch of cupcakes this year.
Here we go, back at Pete Matthews Coliseum, getting ready for the start of the second quarter here between Ramsay and Wenonah. The girls' Class 5A regional final. The winner will head to the BJCC's Legacy Arena to play in the state finals next week.
Both teams shooting around 50%. Both teams hit 1 3-pointer. Wenonah didn't go to the free throw line in that first quarter. Ramsay hit 1 of 3. Now Ramsay with the steal, looking to drive over Franklin, and the block there. She missed the layup, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's May, the 11th grader.
At this point in the game, I would say that Ramsay has been able to do what they want to do far more so than Wenonah.
Yeah. And Ramsay's getting more shots around the basketball goal than Wenonah, as well as Parker has only had 2 opportunities underneath the basket. If I'm Wenonah, I've got to get her some more opportunities. Use that size.
Yeah, while she's out there, you got to feed the beast.
Man-to-man defense by Ramsay. Here's another steal, and Ramsay right there, Jim, they left the player open. Didn't match up there, but fortunately, Wenonah threw it away, and they were able to get their second steal in a row.
Well, they were trying to get it to Parker, and she just stepped in front of it.
Drive by Williams. The jumper is good. Parker come up, but a little too late.
Yeah, well, she couldn't have blocked that with a broom.
Williams didn't get to start today, but she has played a lot of minutes so far in the game. Had a good-looking jumper there. Franklin out top.
Wenonah looking for a way to score.
Wesley guarding Parker.
There she is. You can give it to her there. No.
Yep, bro. And Jim, Wesley's not fronting Parker. They're not fronting Parker on any of these possessions here. And she's posting up. They're just not getting her the ball. Evans back into the game for Wenonah. Jones will check out. Now
there
they get
it is.
it into Parker. She passes back to Franklin. Franklin in trouble in the paint.
Got that one.
Away, to get it to fall.
Lead drops to 9.
Ramsay looking to answer here. Here's Wesley over the row.
Travel.
Yeah. That's the second time she's done that. Kind of shuffled her feet before putting the ball down. Franklin
throwing over the pressure. That's smart.
And Green work it together, and Franklin tried to throw it over May that time, and it was tipped out of bounds, almost picked off.
Now there's Parker on the high post.
Franklin looking inside, and another near steal. Travel.
Another one.
Yep. Active hands in there by May as she deflected another pass, the second one in a row. She's had a couple steals as well. She's causing Franklin all kinds of fits, handling the ball. Williams drives.
Three ball.
Yes, sir. And doing it on the offensive end. Kate May. Franklin double team goes around May. Shot up, no good. Chipped around. Parker to the floor. Loose ball. And it'll be off of Ramsay. And it looks like a player injured there. Wesley slow to get up. Also Davis slow to get up. Both of them will stay in the game. moving around very gingerly. She's got to guard Parker, and if I'm Frank, I'm going right inside to her, and they do. Turnaround shot off the glass is good, and Wesley just couldn't do anything there, Jim, but stand with her hands up.
And, I mean, if I'm Wenonah, I don't know that I don't go to that every trip.
I would, too. Long three-pointer by Davis, her second of the game.
But you got to play some defense, too.
Extends the lead out to 13. Franklin on the drive. Wide open is Green.
Layup, yeah.
She was wide open over here. Nobody had her. Ramsay trying to pack it in on Parker and just left her all alone. Williams looking inside to Wesley. It's poked out there by Parker. Franklin will pick it up. She'll cross half court. Out top, Franklin on the drive. The shot is up and good.
Ran off a high screen by Parker.
Wenonah scoring on their last two possessions. But Ramsay's outside shooting the difference in row.
Carry.
Yeah.
That's a carry.
That's 3 turnovers already on row, and she'll take a seat. Get a breather as 15 will come in. That's Caitlin Jackson, her first action, a sophomore for Ramsay. Franklin will cross half court. High screen by Green. Franklin trying to go around it. And bounce pass a little bit too strong there to Williams.
Turned it over. 3:43 left in the half. Game's gone quick.
Wesley on the drive. Turnaround shot is up, no good. Offensive rebound. Wesley to Davis. She wants a three again and gets it. Her third three.
Ramsay up by 12.
Wenonah doesn't have an answer for the outside shooting to Davis. Near turnover by Franklin. Franklin gets it back. Pull-up jumper is good at the free throw line. Wenonah pulls it within 10. Long pass up ahead to Davis. She leaps high to snag that one. Trying to go inside. Is poked away by Parker. Up to Franklin. Franklin looking. Near double dribble there. Franklin steps back, shot, no good, tipped around and controlled there by May. Ramsay will jog it up the court with 2:40 to go. Shot, good, about 17-foot jumper by Wesley. That was a good-looking shot there. She's got 8 in the first half.
Franklin will just walk it up the floor here.
Franklin looking for that high screen with Parker. Doesn't go back to her. Now picks the ball up. In trouble, gets it to Green. Now back to Franklin. Franklin double team, loses the ball, gets it back. Weaves her way through traffic, misses it. Wesley coming out there with it. Up ahead to Davis. And breaking it up is Green, as they had numbers, like you said. Green did a great job breaking that up.
That was a layup waiting to happen.
Ramsay will have the ball on the sideline in front of Wenonah's bench. Pass inside to Wesley, going around Evans. Shot is up and it's good, and she's fouled.
Hooping the harm.
Dangerous time for Wenonah here, Jim.
Yeah, Ramsay's got a chance to push this to 15.
Williams will check out for Wenonah. Deloche will check in as Jackson
misses
the free throw. Wesley tried to save it. It'll be Wenonah basketball with a minute 47 to go here in the first half. Only one timeout used so far in this this first half. Been fairly clean game, too, for a girls' game. Only 2 fouls in the second quarter. Pass thrown away by Ramsay.
Numbers.
Pass ahead by May, and May hits the layup.
Lead has grown to 16, Jason.
Franklin look inside for Evans. Evans throws it back out. Double teamed over there on the wing. In trouble. Gets it over to Franklin. Franklin will set it back up. High screen by Evans.
Tried to run a give and go there.
Wills, three is good.
Boy, they need a bunch of that.
With Davis all over, she lofted that one up. Now Davis wants a three. This one went off the mark. Pressure there as she was shooting that one. Quickly up the floor is Jones, and she'll get it back to Franklin. And will Wenonah hold for the last shot? They need a bucket here. Franklin thought about the three now over to Wills. Wills, three, no good. Ball poked out of there. And Davis will bring it up the floor for Ramsay with 25 seconds to go. Davis looks inside for Jackson.
Fouled.
And she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two as she was in the act of shooting. Here's Jackson. 2 free throws. First one up and good. And Wenonah will have 18.2 seconds to try to cut in this Ramsay lead. That has grown in the second quarter as she makes the second one. 15-point lead now. Here's Franklin. Down to 8 seconds. Franklin looking to drive. Shot off the glass. No good. Tipped around, and Ramsay will have it. And that's how we'll finish the first half with their score. 39-24. Ramsay all on top. We'll be back for halftime information here on NFHS Network.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the F&M Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnm.bank. Member FDIC.
Back at Pete Matthews Coliseum, it is halftime here between Wenonah and Ramsay. The Rams on top 39-24 over the Lady Dragons. Jim Jacobs, Jason Palman, and the rest of our NFHS crew working hard to bring you the home stretch here of the 2025 Northeast Regionals here at Pete Matthews at Jacksonville State.
Jim, I told you during the pregame how focused Ramsay was during the warm-ups, and it really continued in this first half, shooting 62% in the first half, which for girls is pretty good.
That's darn good.
And 4 for 7 from the three-point line. Now, it takes work to make 4 3-pointers in a girls' game, I'm telling you. Girls don't naturally shoot the ball very well. And you can tell that Ramsay has put in the work this year and put in the work in the offseason, and it's displaying now. Everything's coming together for them here in the first half. Now, the question is, can Wenonah get things put together? It looked like a one-person show in the first half for Wenonah with Franklin.
Well, Wenonah's going to have to pull out some kind of pressure to be able to get back into this basketball game. I mean, Ramsay's, got a pretty big lead here, and unless they just implode here in the third quarter, it's going to be hard for Wenonah to catch up to them the way that the game has gone so far. Mm-hmm. They're going to have to create some Ramsay turnovers and get points off those turnovers to get back in this thing.
The guards have got to be more active along the three-point line, putting pressure on Ramsay. Davis was her three-pointers. She was left all alone, and she hit one, hit another, and they still didn't get out there on her.
One of the problems I think you have if you're Wenonah in trying to execute a press is, you've got such a big presence there in the paint, but she's not prone to be able to run the floor,
right?
Because she's just a bigger girl,
right?
And she's going to get tired,
yes.
more, and you want to be able to use her in the game for the things that she does bring to the game that are positives. I don't think they're getting her the ball enough on the offensive end of the floor. I mean, I'd post her down in those blocks, and I'd give it to her every time she could get somebody on that hip or backside and let her go to work.
And like we pointed out, they're not fronting her.
No.
They're not fronting her, so she's posting there. All you got to do is throw it up high, and she'll get it.
Yeah.
And the thing that you said is they're not getting it into her. You can look at the free throws. Wenonah didn't attempt a single free throw in the first half. And that tells you that everything, their shots are coming from outside. They're getting a little bit of penetration from Franklin inside, but they're not getting to the free throw line. And they've got to get some foul shots up there. Number one, to slow the game down a little bit for them, because Ramsay right now is up and down the floor with anything they want to do on offense.
Well, you got points off turnovers. Ramsay's got 15 compared to 4 for Wenonah. To me, that's the single one-line stat that means the most right now in this basketball game. Wenonah's turning over the basketball, and Ramsay's making them pay.
That's right. Wenonah just 2 for 7 from the three-point line for 28%. Field goal percent's not that bad. They just hadn't been able to get the shots off. There was a stretch there where Ramsay had 3 steals in a row, and then the next 2 possessions had 2 deflections.
Yeah.
So they're getting in the passing lanes and causing Franklin a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but Franklin is still leading all scorers from Wenonah. She's got 11. 11 for Mackenzie Davis for Ramsay as well. So those are your top scorers going into the second half here at Pete Matthews in the girls 5A regional final. The winner, of course, headed to the Legacy Arena at the BJCC to play in the state's Final Four coming up. Well, the games actually start Monday.
Yeah, they do Monday, and this game, whoever wins this one will play
Marbury.
Wednesday at 6 o'clock. The 5As will play Wednesday at 6, and then the boys will play at 7:30 as Ramsay.
So if you win today, you've got a week to get ready to play in the finals. That's rare.
Yep.
That's rare.
And Ramsay will be at home. They'll be right there at Birmingham. They're not going to have to travel.
Sleep in their own beds, practice in their own gym.
Absolutely.
And, that to me, that's a distinct advantage for the Birmingham area schools that make it into the finals.
Yeah. Now, hey, you just kicked your head back. You just got woke up, didn't you?
Yep. The
band is here.
The Wenonah Pep Band has arrived.
Kind of shocked you, didn't it?
They brought all the brass.
That is.
Today's halftime stats presented by Rosar's Paint, Alabama's largest local distributor of automotive paint and supplies. Family owned and operated since 1947. A PPG Automotive Coatings Platinum Jobber. 8 locations across the state. They specialize in industrial and commercial as well as architectural coatings, paint booth services, and automotive repair tools and associated products. Locations in Birmingham, Huntsville, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Rainbow City, Coleman, and Jasper. And online at Rosars, that's ROZARS.com. We will be back with the second half coming up from Pete Matthews in just a minute.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Back at Pete Matthews Coliseum, there you see on your screen a slate or graphic, if you will, of the local companies that have supported our coverage of the Northeast Regionals this week. All 42 games, well, this week and last week. It is a labor of love for sure, and we're glad to be able to tell you that the community's business leaders get behind it. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Wenonah's dug themselves, Jason, a 15-point hole. How do they get out of it?
Well, first of all, hopefully they can. The band will get behind them as they're playing their minds out right now, and it will give them a little lift. They need a lift on offense, and I always talked about during halftime. They've got to get the ball into Parker. I would set the tone early, first possession, and get it into her.
Yeah, she's got to touch it. She's got to touch it, and Wenonah's got to come up with some kind of defensive pressure to create turnovers and then get points off those turnovers, or Ramsay could pull away here in the third quarter.
Wesley set to throw it in for Ramsay, gets it in to Davis, who had those 3 3-pointers, has it stolen away from Evans. That pressure, like you talked about, right off the bat, creating a steal. And now here's a drive and a basket by Franklin.
Are they going to give it to her?
They're going to give it to her, and she got fouled.
Wow. Kind of thought that one might be before the shot, but take what you get. Franklin to step to the line to try to complete the hoop and the harm.
13-point lead, wanting to cut it back to 12 here. Franklin's shot is up and good.
And here comes press.
Wesley blows by everybody. Now here's a foul by Franklin.
Yeah, a tackle.
Yep. A little bit too anxious there on the press. And Jim, she's got 3. And that may back off the press some for Wenonah.
Yeah, Franklin, they've got to have her in the game.
Absolutely.
She's the quarterback.
The catalyst. Here's Wesley up against Parker. Wild shot, no good. Gets her own rebound and blaze it up and in. Wesley kind of quiet for her standards in the first half. Now has 10 points. Evans off the glass is good. The bank's just opened, and she made the call to him and put a deposit in. Rowe, shot, no good, gets her own rebound. Three-pointer on the way by Williams, no good.
Try it again.
Davis, pull-up jumper from the baseline over Parker.
That drew nothing but atmosphere.
Yep, trying to put some march on it over Parker and put too much. Green will check in. Four wheels.
If you're Wenonah, you just got to chip away at this. You don't have to get it all at once.
Franklin.
You know, get it around 6 or 7 at the quarter and then try to win it in the fourth.
And the jump ball will be called. It will be Ramsay basketball.
That's only our second one of the game, Jason.
Yeah,
that's rare.
Very rare in girls. Wesley gets it into Green. Quickly up ahead. Shot is good by May, and she has been steady on both ends of the floor for Ramsay in this game. Franklin will get bailed out of there, Jim, because that could have been her fourth foul.
Yeah, offensive foul, but not.
Wesley had position.
She's
Franklin
on the floor.
Still on the floor.
That was a hard hit for the young lady. She's pint-sized anyway.
Yep. She'll step to the line to shoot two.
Franklin with a chance to carve into this Ram lead.
Free throw up, no good. Got one more to shoot.
Got to make your free throws. Second one's up and good. And
Wenonah 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
So far, Wenonah not been able to cause much pressure problems at all for Ramsay. They're just throwing right over it.
May, wild shot, no good. Wesley there with the rebound. Shot goes to the top of the goal.
Yep, that'll be a turnover.
Ramsay wanted to foul on Parker there, but Parker did a good job standing the ground, hands straight up, playing good defense. Here's pressure on by Ramsay. Franklin going around it. Over to Cooper. Cooper over to Franklin. Franklin on the drive. Shot is blocked by Rowe. Quickly up the floor goes Ramsay. Davis, three-pointer is good. That's her fourth three of the game. And they just beat Wenonah up the floor, Jim.
Yep. Well, the Wenonah press is not causing Ramsay any problems at all.
Pass inside to Parker, and it works. Cooper went straight in there.
Feed her and let her go to work.
Davis alone. Layup against Parker is good. Again, Wenonah's defense late to get back. Davis is 10 in the game. The drive.
Turnover.
Yep. Off of the foot by Jones. 3 subs come in for Wenonah, trying to get them some fresh legs in. Wenonah electing to press once again here.
And this might be to try to get some more speed into that press.
Green brings it across the timeline. Look inside for Rowe. Rowe puts on the floor, drives, and it's up and in. Rowe with 9 points. Franklin on the drive, plows through Wesley, and there's your fourth foul. And she's got to come out of the game. Jones will come in for her, and that's a big blow to Wenonah. Just out of control right there. Rowe on the drive. It's up and good.
You kind of saw it coming with Franklin she's penetrating every time she's touching the basketball. All you got to do is set her up and let her draw that charge.
Yep.
And that's what they did, and there's a tap away. We got a layup here for Ramsay.
22-point lead, and Wenonah needs a timeout, and she gets it.
Rams pulling away. It's a full timeout, so we will step aside as well. We'll be back with more third quarter action here on the NFHS Network.
At Glencoe Hooks Bluff Funeral Home and Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, we see our community as extended family.
Hello, I'm Mark Box. My wife Holly and I would like to thank the families that we have had the honor to serve. We see our community as our extended family. That's why we work so hard to invest in our community and the families that call it home. At Glencoe Hooks Bluff Funeral Home and Anniston Memorial Funeral Home, you'll find services that are tailored to meet your needs, whatever those may be.
Piedmont Cutoff Highway in Glencoe and Highway 431 in Anniston. Our family serving your family.
Back at Pete Matthews Coliseum, Ramsay now starting to pull away over Wenonah. The lead has grown to 22. And if the Dragons intend to get back in this basketball game.
A steal off the press by Ramsay, and then the foul. Wow. And they're really going to miss Franklin. They got to some way make it to the fourth quarter by keeping it up under 30 to get Franklin back in the game to handle the ball. Green hits the free throw. Got one more to shoot. Tinsley will come out. Cooper will come in. Free throw off the mark, no
Ramsay's
good.
got it back.
Yep, with the rebound and the bucket.
Lead is 25, Jason.
Here's a steal.
And without Franklin in the game, Wenonah just doesn't have anybody to handle the ball.
Layup, another one by Wesley. And right now, Ramsay is smelling blood and going after another steal. Layup by May is good.
She's going to have to come back with her.
Yep.
She's at the table.
Trouble again and a steal. And they're going to bail her out with a foul. Didn't need the foul there as they had numbers and had everybody in position.
Franklin's going to come back in the game.
So is Parker.
Got no choice.
Wow. This game has gotten out of control in a hurry.
Franklin's just going to have to realize she's got 4 fouls and she just can't foul. You're not going to be able to penetrate like that.
Falls down with the ball there. Slip down. And it'll be a tie-up. It'll be Wenonah's basketball.
Ramsay has just come in here and put a good old-fashioned whipping on Wenonah.
And the player for Wenonah has been removed from the bench and is headed to the locker room. Quick pass up the floor and thrown away by Ramsay. Deja Tinsley. Is no longer on the Wenonah's bench.
Why would they do that?
There was some stuff going on over there between her and the coach, and she had left the bench on the possession before. Now she makes her way back to the bench. She's got her warm-up in hand, and she's headed over to the other side of the bench. Rowe in the post. Back out to Davis, now out to Green. Ramsay still wanting to put the pressure on here. Here's a drive and a shot. No good, and Parker is down and hurt. Wesley will go to line to shoot 2. Parker gets up, but a hard collision under there underneath the basket.
3:09 left to go here in the third, and it is all, and I mean all, Ramsay Rams.
Wesley's free throw up and no good. Williams checks in for Willis.
It's a 27-point lead, Jason. Missed them both.
Rowe will get it back and put it in good for two.
We are 1 point away from a running clock in the fourth quarter between these two squads. I would have never thought that was going to happen when we started this one.
These two teams met November 23rd, and it was a 2-point ball game. That kind of shows you how well Ramsay has prepared and gotten better throughout the season. Franklin steps back. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Tipped around. Loose ball on the floor.
Jump ball, and it'll go to Ramsay.
Kind of the play I was alluding to yesterday where they called the quick jump ball as we're getting a 30-second timeout called. I believe Ramsay wants it, but you had three bodies on the floor. Only one person had possession of the ball, and it took too long for the other team to get their hands on it. They went ahead and called the jump ball. Keep from a scruff happening there on the floor.
Well, Marbury awaits the Rams in Birmingham.
6 o'clock next Wednesday.
And coming up next, it'll be the Wenonah Dragon boys team taking on the underdog Hayden Wildcats.
Yeah, Hayden upsetting our first upset of this tournament.
Knocked off number 1 Huffman.
Wow.
Or Ramsay, that's right. They beat Ramsay, not Huffman.
Yeah, Huffman got beat by Gadsden City.
Right.
And then Gadsden City and Oxford will play tomorrow, and that's going to be a good one. Here's Rowe on the drive around Parker, and it's good.
And there's your 30-point lead.
Rowe's got 17.
Franklin dribbling.
Behind the back pass to a blue jersey rather than a white. May on the drive. Layup no good. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Ramsay basketball.
2:06 left in the third. The fourth will reel off pretty quick now.
Rowe, pull-up jumper off the mark, no good. There for the rebound is Green to give Ramsay another opportunity on offense.
Ramsay's played a really good basketball game. Good Euro step.
Yeah, Rowe going around Parker, and she's feeling it right now.
Parker struggling to get up and down the floor.
Shot by Franklin, no good, but the putback by Evans is good. Evans with just 4 points. There's a drive, a bucket, and the foul for Davis. And Ramsay pretty much doing whatever they want, Jim. Three players will come in the game for Wenonah. Cooper, Willis, still no sign of Tinsley over on that Wenonah bench. Free throw up, no good. Three-pointer on the way, and it's good. May will knock that one down. She's got 14. Minute 13 to go in this one. Sends it. Ramsay outscoring Wenonah right now 30-12. Here's a drive from the baseline and a foul. It'll be two shots. Going to the line for the first time is Cooper. She makes the first, got one more to go. Evans will check in for Jones for Wenonah.
Got it.
Second free throw up and good. Davis will launch the three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound, Rowe. Rowe double team. Comes back out with it and gets it out to Green.
Ramsay with a 34-point lead.
Wesley on the drive, off the glass, no good, but there's a foul. And she'll go back to the line to shoot two.
With 43.6 seconds here left in the third quarter.
Free throw up and no good.
One thing Ramsay has not done well is shoot free throws.
Right.
They've missed a bunch.
There's 6 of 15. Now 6 of 16. That's 10 points.
And that matters in a big game.
Cooper, three-pointer, way off the mark. Williams with the rebound. There's a foul. And going to the line will be Willis. That's 2 on Rowe. Free throw up and good. Got one more to shoot. Second free throw up and good. 32-point lead. And here's Green with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. High screen. Looking for
good pass.
Wesley. Yeah, and a good lead there by Green.
Cut across the lane, and
Franklin with 10 seconds, lost it up, gets her own rebound, will step back, shoot the three, and hit
got it.
And that's how we'll end the third quarter with your score, 74-43. Ramsay all on top. We'll be back here for fourth quarter action here on NFHS Network.
Welcome back to Pete Matthews Coliseum. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Ramsay will toss it in. Right here in front of us, we'll have a running clock, and the Rams are on their way to Birmingham to play in the state finals.
Ramsay outscoring Wenonah in the third quarter, 35-19. Really did what they wanted to. Wenonah had their best quarter, but not near enough.
Well, the dagger was when Franklin went to the bench with that fourth foul.
Right. Rowe with 21 had an open lane to the basket. Nobody applying any type of defense there. Franklin gets it into Parker. She loses the ball. Rowe with the steal. Rowe pull it back out. Gets it to Wesley, now back to Green. And they'll widen things out and spread things out. Wise move there by Coach Wilson. Rowe driving to the basket. Not a good move, a wise move, as she plows into a Wenonah player and is whistled for the offensive foul, and she's still down on the floor. And that's Franklin. Second time she's had to been helped up off the floor this game and trying to stay in the game.
Well, she's 5'0" to begin with.
Yep.
She might even be 4 something. How tall is she, Jason? What's
Well,
the book say?
The book's got her listed at 5'3".
I don't believe it.
That's generous.
She's quick as a cat, and she really handles the basketball well. I mean,
it's about like you telling your coach up in North Carolina that you were 6'5" when you were a senior when they did the stats.
That's it.
They go ahead and take a full timeout, and we'll take one with them.
We'll be right back here on the NFHS Network.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Back in game 1 of 4 today at the Northeast Regionals, Class 5A. We're in the fourth quarter of the girls' regional finals, and we've got us a running clock with Ramsay all over Wenonah.
Franklin jumper missed it, gets her own rebound. Jackson will get it.
She's on the floor.
And fouls Wesley. Will be our first foul of the quarter for either team. Ramsay will have the ball. Looks like Wenonah going to press here. And that clock just continuing to run. The worst enemy for Wenonah right now. May brings it up the floor. And if you're Ramsay.
Franklin.
Yep. Ramsay,
that
you
might be it for her.
Try to eat some clock up, and I think that may have been Williams rather than Franklin.
It was Williams.
Yep. May will step to the line to shoot 2. No, they're going to call that one on the floor.
floor, yeah.
Ramsay underneath the basket. Rowe out top to Davis. Davis out to Wesley. Williams out top, looking to drive, open lane, layup is good. And Jim, if you're Ramsay's coach, Coach Wilson, you know you're not going to play for another week. Do you leave your starters in to keep them playing? Because it's been almost a week since they've already played. You can't, you don't have any games in the next week. You're going to be practicing against each other. He might want to leave his starters out there a little bit longer than a coach would in this type of game being over 30 points.
Well, you got to go, you got to go play for the blue map. So, first off, for most teams, that's uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Not sure really what to do.
Right. Franklin's 3 misses. Rowe with the rebound.
You're dealing with 15 and 16-year-old kids.
Now, what you can do a little bit is call off the dogs as far as fast breaks, run your offense, spread the ball out. You can do that type of stuff and leave your starters in.
But if you leave them in, you got to let them play.
Yeah, you want them to run the offense, right.
I mean, you got to play.
But fast breaks.
Otherwise, take them out.
Yeah. I would pull it back on fast breaks. That's one thing you can do.
I'd be running my stall offense right now.
Right. And Wenonah's just gave up.
Yeah.
They're just letting them go. Wenonah's calling a timeout, and she senses it. They've quit, and
if you're a coach, that's what you got to coach against.
That'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the F&M Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnm.bank. Member FDIC.
Well, hopefully this hasn't been a preview of what this day is going to look like, because we'd like to be bringing you competitive games here on the NFHS Network, but Ramsay stepped on the floor this morning with bad intentions.
Yeah, and on paper and based on a previous game that they had early in the year, this was supposed to be shaped up to be a good one, but Ramsay, like you said, from the get-go, bad intentions, and has executed way better than Wenonah today. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound and putback, no good for Ramsay. 3:20 to go in this one. Franklin on the drive, no good. Evans with the putback and gets it to fall.
And we are quickly down to 3 minutes left in this one.
Coming up next, Wenonah boys and Hayden boys will match up.
Hayden with the tournament's first real upset.
Yeah.
Knocking off number one Ramsay.
And looking
on Monday.
Hayden's schedule, here's a hard foul underneath. Going to the line will be Caitlin Jackson, but looking at Hayden's schedule, they've really played some tough teams this season. They played 6A Huffman and only lost to them by 2 during the regular season. So Hayden kind of shocking some folks. I remember texting you after they beat Ramsay and said, are you sure about that? Hayden, not known to be here that many.
It was
times.
No fluke. Kids played hard and pulled off the upset. I mean, not even ranked.
Yeah.
That's the stunner to me.
Right.
Of course, it's not a large community.
Shot is up and good.
I guess it's north of Birmingham, right?
Yeah. And their school district area has got to be large because, like you said, it's not a large town, but they're 5A. So
yep.
Parker gets the loose ball up ahead to Franklin, and she'll lay up.
We go under 2 minutes. Wenonah's season will come to an end, and although it'll be a disappointing end as they were hoping to get to Birmingham to play for the Blue Map, still, anytime you get to a regional final, Jason, it's been a good year.
It has.
That means you're one of the 8 best in the state.
Three-pointer by Franklin. She's had a really good game, 30 points. And, add to that, they've won 25 games. They won 25 games this year. So they've, like you said, had a good year.
They hadn't known what losing tastes like very much. Franklin, stop, pop, no. So now she steals it.
Yep. And they're going to let her go.
I think she's mad.
Yeah. 32 points now. Steals
that
another
steals
one.
again. Here you go. Shoot it, hun. Bang.
35 points for Franklin.
And that just goes to show you, Jason, how important she was to this team.
Yeah.
When she went to the bench with that 4th foul,
it was over.
Lights out.
Yep.
And Ramsay looks content to maybe dribble this thing out with under 40 seconds left in the game. And Ramsay or Wenonah content to not foul, which is good. Well,
she does
there you go.
You spoke too soon.
Yeah, I did. I jinxed it, didn't it? Happens every time.
Yep. Down to 15 seconds.
Is it on the floor? Yeah, I guess it's got to be. We're shooting?
No. That's the fourth, and pretty much this time will run out as it does. Congratulations, Ramsay. You're headed to Birmingham.
So Ramsay gets the ticket to the state finals, and Wenonah gets to ride the bus back to Birmingham knowing they had a good year. We will have the all-tournament team presentation for you along with the runner-up and champion trophy for the girls 5A Northeast region. We'll send it over to the Pete Matthews public address announcer for that ceremony.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court for the awards presentation for Class 5A girls. On behalf of the Alabama High School Athletic Association, appreciation is expressed to our corporate partners, the Alabama Department of Public Health, Alpha Insurance, Coca-Cola, Encore Rehabilitation, Future Ones, Jax, Team IP in Wilson. Our corporate sponsors, Alabama Power, the University of Alabama, the University of Alabama Early College, and TNT Fireworks. We also thank Jacksonville State University and its staff for hosting the 2025 Northeast Regional Tournament. The awards will be presented by Kim Vickers, representing the AHSAA, and Rashard Cargill from the Jack State Athletic Operations staff. First, the 2025 Regional All-Tournament team. As your name is called, please report to center court. From Jacksonville, Nevaeh Nicholson. From Ramsay, Nayla Wesley. From Wenonah, Samarian Franklin. From Ramsay, Mackenzie Davis. From Wenonah, Ariana Parker. From Ramsay, Camilla Rowe. And the most valuable player of the 2025 5A Girls Northeast Regional is Camilla Rowe from Ramsay. Now, the 2025 regional runner-up, the Wenonah Dragons of Coach Trellis Moore. And the 2025 Northeast Regional Champion for Class 5A Girls, the Ramsay Rams of Coach Jarvis Wilson. Ramsay will play in the state finals in Birmingham next Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. versus Marbury at the BJCC.